And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. First of all, I want to give a shout out to our brand new producer, Sean Hildreth. Thanks so much, Sean, for being part of our team. So we've got an amazing show lined up for you today as we go throughout. We have lots of guests, including we're going to talk with Stuckwish Farm Market about all the different fun things you can expect to find at a farm market, and especially in Jackson County. We have some really good things we grow here, and we want people to be connected with that. We're going to talk about how to manage your money, whether it's individual, you need some tax help, maybe it's a business and you need some money management help. Either way, we're going to talk with New Legacy, and they'll definitely get you connected with the best ways to manage money there. We're also going to be talking with Carter Barnett about the Jackson County Fair. That's a big fair you don't want to miss, and also the Jackson County Community Theater. So we'll be talking with Paul Engel with that. So lots of great guests lined up for you. You don't want to miss it. So make sure you pay attention to this Jackson County themed Southern Indiana Now episode. And we're back on Southern Indiana Now, and of course we're talking all things produce, and we definitely wanted to have the expert on the scene here with us today. So we're talking with Ryan with Stuckwish Farm Market, and of course located in Vallonia area of Jackson County. And so this show, of course, reaches all of Southern Indiana. Of course, it reaches really anyone who has an internet connection. But let's talk about what type of produce that they'll find at Stuckwish Farm Market when they drive through town, or maybe they're just going to hit it up every single week because there's always something new growing up, right?
Oh, yeah. We've got people that stop in every day, check and see what's new, if they're what we're picking that time of the day and that week. So right now, we're into tomatoes, real heavy. Sweet corn's been going. Getting ready, the big stuff that's getting ready to come, cantaloupes and watermelons.
Yep.
That's what gets everybody excited. But yeah, right now, we're pretty heavy in the high tunnels. So we're picking bell peppers, jalapenos, specialty peppers, Romas, yellow tomatoes, just about everything.
Well, maybe for someone who hasn't tried all the different varieties of tomatoes, what are the big differentiators?
Well, one of the big things, we sell quite a bit of yellow tomatoes, and that's a lot of people come in and say that's what they can really handle on their stomachs for acidity, lower acidity.
Right.
So we got a lot of people go for the yellows, but we also raise about 4 different varieties of heirloom tomatoes, and that's been a big growing hit the last few years. So one of my favorites is the Pineapple Premier.
Okay, I don't know about this tomato.
That is a good tomato.
All right.
It's about this. I tell you, it's way bigger than your sandwich. So one slice will get you.
One slice will do it. Okay, yeah. I'm a thin sliced tomato girl, so.
Oh, no. I'd rather have mostly tomato on my sandwich.
Okay, so you just want a tomato sandwich.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, and you can salt that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to salt tomatoes, but we're not salting watermelon, right?
No salt on
Ryan is
watermelons.
not putting salt on the watermelon. Okay, so let's talk about, you got watermelons and cantaloupes right around the corner?
Yeah, cantaloupes normally, we're just starting them right now. We're a little bit late. Spring was really hard on us.
That's okay, as long as they grow eventually, yeah.
That's right. Getting into those this week, and actually watermelons, we're getting ready to start picking those this Wednesday. So that's going to be a big deal. Actually, my kids, my youngest boy and my girl, they fight over who gets the first watermelon of the season. So the other day we finally cut one, and they're happy.
So how'd you pick it? What do you look for, Ryan?
Yeah, the tricks. I always hear everything, see everything online, but it's really easy. In the field, it's a lot easier than once it's in the stores and that. But really, you're looking for a faded out stripe. Early on, the watermelons are going to be a little shinier. But once they get older, they're going to fade out across the top. And if you roll that watermelon over, you're going to have a nice yellow belly. Now, some people talk about, the shape of watermelons, things like that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Does the weight matter? If it's super heavy, does that mean it has more water in it? Does that matter at all?
Dry years are great. They say watermelons are sweeter on dry years. And that is true. And sometimes you will on wet years get a little bit more water, but no, not much on the weight. Really, the big things is look for that yellow belly.
Okay, that's what we want.
That rich, creamy yellow and faded look, and you're going to be happy.
All right, I like it.
And then sound, of course, but that's a hard one to explain.
That is, that is. Want it to thump, right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
That's right. Tells
See all
you if
these
it's
tricks?
overripe or not.
That's right, that's right. What about on cantaloupes? Is there any magic on cantaloupes?
No, really just look around that stem. That
Okay.
stem's going to tell you a lot on a cantaloupe. Right around that stem, you'll see if it's a nice yellow color,
Okay.
it's ready to go.
All right,
A
I
lot
like it.
A lot of times we'll half slip, what we call half slip when we're shipping, but for the local markets, we wait until that's a full slip. You'll pull that stem, it'll be a clean pull through there, and it'll be nice and yellow around there. If it's a little green, let it sit on the counter for a couple of days.
Okay,
You'll be
I like
happy.
that. No one's ever told me about the cantaloupe, so
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that. All right, so speaking of produce, what's the must-have thing that you're so excited that comes out of the ground every single year?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of sweet corn. I love sweet corn.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I hardly ever cook it.
Yeah.
I eat my sweet corn raw right out in the field. I think
you
it's-
really?
Oh yeah, it's the best.
Wow. Okay.
So
Wow.
sweet corn's probably one of my favorite. And after that, watermelon. I
Watermelon.
think everybody
Yeah,
loves the
that's the
watermelon.
perfect summer meal right
Jackson
there.
County, you gotta have your watermelon.
Yeah,
So,
exactly, for sure. Okay, so, but you're definitely more than just produce. You actually
yeah.
have flowers too. So tell me what's getting ready to come out of the ground.
Well, we've wrapped up our spring flowers in the greenhouse, but right now we've got mums out there growing, getting ready. So mums is a huge one. I mean, they're just now starting to grow really in the pots, but we'll already have people stop by grabbing them now because they want to put them out early, get rooted.
No, we're not ready for mums yet. It's just July.
But yeah, mums right around the corner really here
Wow.
in September.
It goes by so fast. Then it'll be
it
Christmas
does.
before we know it. And you're planning next year. I don't know. We need to slow it down a little bit. But so right now, we'll just enjoy the sweet corn
That's right.
and all the things. Tell us where they can find you, Ryan, and your hours.
Yeah, we're located right in Vallonia, right south of Vallonia on Highway 135. We're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 10 to 5.
All right.
So,
Fantastic. So they can definitely get connected with you there and
oh, yeah.
all the things.
And, follow us on Facebook. We try to, every time we're starting a new product, we'll post online, let everybody know it's coming in. Like,
Okay.
right now, we try to post every day that we got like canning tomatoes or something available, and that
Yeah.
lets everybody know.
The
Come
green
get it while
tomatoes
they're
are
there.
my favorite.
Love green tomatoes.
Yeah. You still have some of those, I'm assuming.
We do. We
yeah,
do, yeah.
always have the green tomatoes. Okay, yeah, I love those things. So it's time of year to eat everything, I guess. This is
That's
why
right.
summertime is hard to be hard to be skinny
It
in the
is.
summer, for sure. All right, lots of good things happening at Stuckwish Farm Market. Check them out. Definitely part of Southern Indiana's culture and so forth. Just enjoying all that fresh food. And so we'll check them out at Stuckwish Farm Market. We'll be back right here on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. The sweetest weekend of the summer is coming to Jackson County Thursday, July 31st through Saturday, August 2nd. Stephen Wilson Jr., Justin Moore, and Tracy Berg will headline Rock the Rind and the Jackson County Watermelon Festival in Brownstown. Join us on the Courthouse Square for 3 days of music featuring 15 of the hottest artists in country music, delicious eats, cold drinks, and of course, all things watermelon. Don't miss Stephen Wilson Jr. Homecoming and the sweetest weekend of the summer, July 31st through August 2nd in Brownstown. Tickets available now at rocktherind.com. And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. We're here with Matt and Vanessa with New Legacy today, talking about all things money, making sure you know what you're doing with it because they can help. They're the professionals. This is what they do all day long, whether it comes from taxes or accounting or payroll for individuals, or maybe you need any of those services for your business, wealth management, all the different things that fall underneath the umbrella that has to do with dollar signs. Matt and Vanessa are the team here in Southern Indiana that you need to reach out to make sure that all your money is working for you, no matter, again, if it's an individual or a business. So thanks so much for being part of the show today. And let's talk about the dreaded T word, taxes and accounting and all the things. So tell us about the different services that New Legacy offers and how can people get connected with your firm?
Sure. So right in the name, taxes and accounting. It's easy. Quarter one, everybody has to file a return. They can call us. They can stop in person. We also have a client portal. So those are the ways people can get in the door to us. But a lot of people come to us and they're like, well, how can you help us? Why are you different? And we're different because we offer tax services as well as wealth management services. So we limit the people that you have to have relationships with in-house.
All right, so tell me about if a company or an individual is thinking about switching from their current provider to New Legacy, when is a good time of year to do that? Obviously not April 15th, but when is a good time of year for them to reach out and kind of say, hey, here's all my things. What do I need to do from here?
The best time to start thinking about that would be during quarter four, and then coming to us sometime either in December or January. And that way we can have a month or so to learn who you are, how you operate, and then how we can best serve you before the tax deadline.
Right, because, tax laws change, it almost seems like all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, this year I know they have. So there's a lot of things that people need to take into consideration for sure. So are there any other pitfalls or things like that people should kind of watch for when doing their taxes? Is it like doing it themselves? Can that be a problem?
The biggest thing we find when folks do it themselves is that it's not always their niche. And while they might be capable of doing it, did they really serve themselves the best? And so coming to us allows you to make sure you're getting all of those deductions. Did you really count items the best way for yourself? And the only way you're going to know to do that is to get a second opinion other than your own.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Well, if they want that second opinion or first or whatever the case is, what's the best way they can reach out to you, Vanessa?
They can call us or stop in person, or they can reach out to us on the website.
All right. Fantastic. We'll be back when we return right here on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask.
Join me, Jay Hubbard, weekdays from 6 to 10 every morning. It's Jay's Morning Wake Up Call, blending today's greatest country hits with local news, weather, and a couple laughs. Jay's Morning Wake Up Call on 92.7 WXKU.
And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask, and we're talking with Connor Barnett about the Jackson County Fair, one of the state's largest county fairs and most revered, I think, too. But it's because of all the heart that goes into making this fair possible. And, of course, we expect our grandstand events to be show-stopping, and that's why we have an awesome team that works really tirelessly to bring you all those events and those concerts, those shows, those situations, those experiences that you don't get to see every day. So we're here today talking with Connor about some really cool grandstand events that you don't want to miss. So Connor, I know you guys got a fun lineup this year with the Jackson County Fair. Let's talk about it and how people can get tickets.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had the opportunity a couple of years ago to join the fair board, and it's been awesome. That's a really good group of people. Mark Norman has handled the grandstands for ever, and kind of wanting to slow down a little bit. So Curtis Kaiser and I and Matt Boatneck actually chairs the grandstand committee, and we tried to change things up just a little bit this year. So we got monster trucks coming in on Monday. I can't forget to mention the Queen pageant on Sunday.
Nope,
that's always important. A great event.
Yep.
But monster trucks on Monday, we're really excited about that. We've got Bigfoot coming, so we're hoping that brings a big crowd.
Yep.
The demo and derby and the tractor pulls Tuesday and Wednesday, so those are staples at the fair, right?
Can't not have a fair and not have those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thursday, we've got a motocross race, which is a new one for us. We're really excited about it. The logistics around that have been fun, just bringing the dirt in and setting up the ramps and all of that. I think it's going to turn out really, really good. And then Chris Cagle is going to play on Friday night, and we are super excited about that.
He's an amazing artist.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we started listening to him, and you mentioned his name, and you turn him on, he's like 10 bangers deep, right? Like they just never stop. So we're really, really excited to bring him in, hoping for a big crowd, and we can continue to do that at the fair year after year. But yeah, you can get your tickets for Chris on jacksoncountyfair.org. The other tickets we don't have posted online. Those will just be walk-ups, and we'll have walk-ups for Chris Cagle as well on Friday night. But be sure to get your tickets and support that event so we can keep doing it year after year. We're really excited.
It's going to be fun. Is there a good website that they can go to for tickets and just overall Jackson County Fair information?
Yeah, jacksoncountyfair.org. We rebuilt our website and kind of rebranded this year, and that we've got a lot of information on there. But you can always message us on Facebook or give us a call if you have any questions.
Well, the cool thing about the fair, to get into the fair itself, is free.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have to pay 2 tickets. So you just go to the grandstand event that you want to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always been really important to the fair board, is making sure that the fair remains free and parking's free. And, obviously there's all kinds of things to spend your money on when you're there.
Oh, yeah.
But
there's no limit to how many pineapple twists they'll sell
you. That's right. So, you have to grab one and come check out Chris.
Every day. Yeah. That week, I pretty much know that nothing has calories in it that week.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. Fair week doesn't count.
It's a calorie-free week. Yeah, you get to totally load up. All right, so it's going to be super fun. Definitely check out Chris Cagle. And then what are your must? Are you going to go to every event, or what are your must attend?
Yeah, being on the fair board now, I get to go to every event and kind of be down in the weeds, I think. Yeah. So it's there's a lot of fair board members, and they're they're all week chugging away, making that thing great. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be down at the track for whatever the event is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what's happening down there. You're going to be down there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I love it. All right. So do get your tickets. You can check out their website, Jackson County Fair. Make sure you're clicking on the Indiana version, and you can get your tickets and get signed up for all the different fair events happening at the grandstand. I do want to remind you that the fair is free, parking is free, and just those events just need tickets. So pick out the ones you want to go to and get them all, whichever you'd like to do. You can get connected with the Jackson County Fair. We'll be back here on Southern Indiana Now. The sweetest weekend of the summer is coming to Jackson County Thursday, July 31st through Saturday, August 2nd. Stephen Wilson Jr., Justin Moore, and Tracy Bird will headline Rock the Rind and the Jackson County Watermelon Festival in Brownstown. Join us on the Courthouse Square for 3 days of music featuring 15 of the hottest artists in country music, delicious eats, cold drinks, and of course, all things watermelon. Don't miss Stephen Wilson Jr. Homecoming and the sweetest weekend of the summer, July 31st through August 2nd in Brownstown. Tickets available now at rocktherind.com. And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask, and as part of our Hoosier Good News, we have Paul Engel with us today from the Jackson County Community Theater, talking about lots of different programs, ways to get kids involved into theater, and why that's so important to us here in Southern Indiana. Thanks so much for joining us, Paul. So excited to talk about community theater, and let's kind of give an idea about what it means to be involved in the community theater. How many shows do you guys do a year? And let's talk about that kids program.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kelly. We do our main stage. We do 4 shows a year.
Okay.
And then we have our Jackson County Young Artists Theater, the JCYAT program, that does 2 shows a year. We also have a youth camp that happens at the beginning of June every year. Have about 90 kids that participate in that each season. At the end of that week, they audition for the summer production, and then we do a big musical. This year, it's Alice in Wonderland Junior.
Okay.
So Christina Charlton is directing. She's done the last few years. The shows they've put on have all been kind of the Disney. We've done Finding Nemo Jr. and Frozen Jr. And there's just so many kids with so much talent. And what Christina and her team do with those productions are just phenomenal. Just to see the things that they can put on our little stage is just, it's incredible. So
do you have to be live or be from Jackson County to be in a Jackson County theater production? It can be really anybody?
Yeah. Okay. No, we take everybody. Our production, A Death of a Salesman, last year had a gentleman drove up from Louisville to participate. Our lead in the dinner theater last year, Tasha Shaw, was in the Fantastic. She's from Bloomington, so we draw people from everywhere.
Yeah,
so.
I love that. So same for the kids program too?
Yeah, absolutely. We just want people to come and experience, theater. Theater has such an impact on people. I'm a person that was super introverted and insecure in high school until I found theater, and now you can't shut me up. So
I love that. That's good. That's a good confidence builder for sure.
Yeah, and we hear those stories as well from parents who bring their kids to the youth program. We've got a few that have just testimonials about just how it's changed, how their kid has been able to come out of their shell and find themselves. So
tell me, how many kiddo productions do you have in a year?
We do the musical in the summer, and then in the winter, in January, we do a production that is more aimed at the teens.
Right.
So,
okay.
Because the summer production, we try to include everybody. Right. And I think this year there's 45 or 46 kids in the production, so it's huge and it's all ages. So we incorporate them all. And the winter production is more junior high and high school aimed.
Well, fun fact, I loved doing theater when I was in high school, so it was super fun, musicals, all the things. But something that always amazes me is it takes a whole team to create the sets. I mean, you transport people into whatever time frame, maybe it's a genre, whatever, that maybe it's just a kitchen from 1950s. How do you have people that you need for volunteers to work on sets? How do you get those sets done?
Always. We have to, the people don't realize everything that goes on behind the scenes because, financial support is great. Human capital is even better because you have to build the sets. You have to sew the costumes. You've got makeup. You've got sound. We've got state-of-the-art technology. We just bought a digital soundboard to upgrade the audio system. We've converted to all LED digital lighting. We've got more tools for people who want to create than you could possibly imagine. And we just need people who want to come out. You can get involved in theater and not ever set foot on the stage. So if you don't like
good at
to be on
drawing
stage-
or
yeah, absolutely, we need all of that. So
Okay.
and you're going to see some of that this season.
Yeah.
Our first fall production is Dracula, and we're going to do some things with
Oh,
that
okay.
that I don't think you've ever seen around here before.
Okay.
I'm not ready to spill the beans.
You heard it
'cause
here
we're still-
first. That's what I like. Yeah.
Yes, and auditions for that are at the end of July.
okay.
So come on out for that.
Yeah, that's tempting for sure. Okay, so let's talk about how people get tickets. Can they buy a whole season pass? Do they have
Yes.
to? Okay.
Oh yeah, tickets. We just started on our website a season flex pass instead of going with the traditional season tickets, which we still have available. You can go online and buy a flex pass that gives you a pass for each show, and then as the show gets closer, then you can go on and pick your tickets because everybody's lives really hectic, and you never
Right.
know if you're always going to be able to come that first Friday or the second Saturday.
Yeah.
And so you have access to pick out your
Okay.
tickets anytime you want. So
Good for
those are
fun.
available online. Our season memberships are available now too. Our membership drive every year. So all that's on our website.
All right, Paul. I know we've covered a lot. Is there any questions that you get asked about the theater or anything that you want to make sure that people know?
People always say, "How do you remember all those lines?" That's the thing we hear after that.
Yeah.
And it's memorization.
Yeah.
What they don't realize is everything else that goes on behind it.
Yes.
So, we just want everybody to come out. We're really excited about our upcoming season. It's based around movies. So we've got Dracula, we've got A Christmas Carol. Our summer musical is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels,
Oh, yeah.
based on the movie with
That's on the
Steve
movie.
Martin and Michael Caine. And then Terms of Endearment is going to
Okay.
be our spring show.
The blast
So,
from the past.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So any sneak peeks into the next year or what people might find?
We have just started talking about the next
Okay.
season because that's part of that.
Yeah.
You know, we get this one locked in and immediately start
Okay,
thinking about
start
the next
thinking about the
year's.
next,
But
yeah.
you can't ever say anything until you have the rights locked in.
I understand.
So,
That's true. All right. We got to keep
but
it legal. That's right.
We've got a lot of things in our pocket that.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like some amazing shows are lined up for this year. Get your tickets. You
Yep.
can do that. And of course, you can check it out. And if you want to be involved, their name is Jackson County Community Theater, but you don't have to be from Jackson County. So it's just it's a Southern Indiana thing. We need to change the
You
name.
can see us on Facebook, Instagram, jcct.org
follow
is
all
our
the things.
website. So.
Okay, fantastic. We'll be back here on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. Thanks for hanging with us today on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. Want to give a shout out to our producer, Sean Hildreth. Also want to remind you that you can get the show in a lot of different capacities and all the places that your favorite show can be downloaded, including YouTube, our website at southernindiananow.com. You can also check out Apple, Spotify, and iHeart. We'll be back here next week for a brand new episode. Make sure you're here for it. I'm Kelly Trask.